What's going down, good people? What's happening, man? Rios in the building. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. You know, I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back active, getting back into it. Got my new program, feeling like I'm back into my groove. You know, my bad. You know, I'm sorry I had to leave y'all for a second, but I'm back for show. For show back. Got a few things to talk about. You know, if you guys want to discuss anything, go ahead and send a discussion, put it in the chat. Throw a super chat. If you got a question, y'all want a real answer, throw a super chat to your boy. I just throw it in the chat. Shout out, man. You already know this is Rios. I'm live. This is Mr. Rios Neighborhood. Not Mr. Rogers. This is Mr. Rios Neighborhood. What up, Alberto? What up, Grind Time? What's happening with you young men and young ladies out there? Is it okay to cry on stream? Is it okay to cry while you're recording? Or is that content? Ryan Clark, I know I ain't talked about, y'all ain't heard me talk about it. Ryan Clark crying and doing his big emotions. I'm not against young men, gentlemen showing their emotions, you know that. But it seems somewhat staged to me. Hey, Grind Time, you know who cried. You already know who cried, Grind Time. You know who cried. Hey, hey, check your boy out. Hey, check your boy out. Hey, okay. Ryan Clark cried. LeSean McCoy replied. It's one thing to have an opinion. It's one thing to be judgmental. We try not to be judgmental. We're not trying to judge nobody. We are not God. That's God's job to judge people. Stephen A. Smith judged Kyrie. 2020, he judged Kyrie. Now he's apologizing for it. Nah, you could show you cry. But I'm just saying, like, it seems a little performative when you crying online and you know you about to go record. Now I can see if it's like some sporadic, some random shit you talking about. You know you was gonna talk about that shit. You knew you was gonna talk about being fired. Hey, they can't use crying. How can crying be used against you if you secure with who you are? You know what I mean? Like, now I'm not talking about no performative crying, but speaking of crying, I think I saw 4 extras talk. There we go. Sometimes they do that. Was it muted the whole time? My only disagreement is that I just don't feel like crying is a weapon. Like, I don't feel like that's a weapon. That's why I'm saying that. I just don't think that it's if you secure it yourself, I don't know how crying can be used against you. But 4 Extra talking about his mom, I think that energy of 4 Extra, if he allowed people in to like just his regular him, I think 4 Extra will be a monster out here on these YouTube streets. You know, everybody already knows him for what he is, but I think that's a whole nother side that people should get to see. Damn, I wonder if it was AI, if I just got tricked. I may have gotten tricked. Oh, here we go. This is emotional, man.
I was in Pelican Bay on the 180. We was on lockdown up there. For that, I called my sister Emily, and my mom older, you know. And she had told me, when you getting out of there, you need to come home. She called me by my nickname, and I told her, I said, calm down, mama. And I'm like, all right, but you know how you don't want to hear your mom saying it too much, like to worry your mom. So I was telling, like, give her the phone to Emily. Man,
Hey, shout out to 4 Extras, man, for even discussing this and even talking about this. Shout out to Shockaware. Shout out to Pro Club also. I think they're doing interviews as well. But just speaking from a brother and a homie of people who have lost their moms, I know how difficult that shit is and how hard that is to talk about, let alone in an interview.
I wish I would have kept on the phone longer. They hit the thing. Bop, bop. They said, hey, you got a thing. And I said, what? They said, you got call your family. So the first person I called is my sister. But I said, hey, they just called me out, told me I called my family. One of my family members died. And she said my mama died last month. 2 days after I got off the phone with her. I don't know, my family didn't want to tell me because they didn't know what I was going to do in prison. And I started shooting at my sisters, telling them what they tell me. And I told them they was lying. She told me she was really dead. And I slammed the phone and almost broke it. And my older homie downstairs said, what happened? I said, my mama did. And the homie said, what? So my mama did. I shut upstairs.
That's rough.
Yeah, man. I started calling her hard.
It takes a lot, man. I don't care
Pelican
what
Bay on the
enemies,
180.
if they
We
gonna
was on
use
lockdown
that,
up there. For that, I called my sister
I was
Emily,
talking about
and my mom
so
older, you know. And she had told me, when you getting out of there, you need to come home. She called me by my nickname, and I told her, I said, calm down, mama.
Damn. Shout out to the gentlemen, the men, the women, people out there that have lost their parents. I don't even know how to relate because I haven't gone through that situation, but I can only try to imagine like the pain of that. You know, I've lost my grandparents, I've lost other people in my life, uncles and shit. But shout out to that. I'm looking forward to that interview. I'm looking forward to seeing that side of 4 Extras also. So shout out LA Icon, shout out Shockaware. Dope. And that brings me to another subject. I want to try to pull up Sharky and Spody Face having a podcast talking about mental health. And then Munchie B going on there on the podcast, the mental health, the topic of mental health. I think that shit is dope. But Adam was talking about it with the guys on No Jumper, and I feel
there
like
are
his
mosquitoes
position
in
on
Africa
it
that if
was
they
backwards
sting you, they're like,
and was wrong because he's talking about it from a position of not necessarily privilege, but of somebody who's not suffering or struggling with that issue. I want to pull it up because I have something to say about that. I disagree with Adam and maybe the other brothers, but I can't remember exactly what they said, but I don't agree with it.
Sharky and Spody sitting down with the therapist, but Munchie's the therapist in this situation.
You know, it's funny. I ran into Spody. I went after him. With that Sharky shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Wait,
what you were inspired by?
It was you and Sharky? Or I thought they were like consistently doing a podcast together.
No.
It was Sharky interviewing him.
No, it was a psychologist right there.
Yeah, mental health
Right.
advocate. Whatever.
Yeah, and then I got there. I didn't really hear too much with Spuddy, but then she was hollering at me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you did it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like, do we need like a mental health awareness podcast? To me, just sounds like when Melissa Ford started like a women's issues podcast, women's health podcast. It's like, bruh, people go to podcasts to be like entertained and shit. Like we know mental health exists.
Okay, the example we had it gave me.
See, that's where he messes me up, because what Spody and Sharky are doing is so damn important, because therapy and talking about shit like that, mental health and therapy may be regular or something that is regularly discussed in other households, cultures, or whatever. But when you're from the hood and you're from the streets, mental health awareness and talking about mental health is not something that we've always talked about or something we've always done, emotional intelligence or this and that. And some people that are from the areas that we're from get to see a Spody face, get to see a Sharky talking about mental health illness, a Munchie B talking about mental health illness. It will inspire, or it will also allow other people, younger people, the youth, kids, young men, grown men, to be like, damn, if they talking about mental health awareness and illness, maybe I should be more aware of what's going on. It was in our culture, our hood, the black, it was shunned upon and frowned upon to be discussing mental health awareness. So what Sharky and Spody are doing is super important. And I think he goes into discussing like, oh, well, I don't think it's going to go do no numbers, or it's boring. And who cares? Sometimes that's not the whole goal, is not numbers and making money, but also doing things that have impact and that are helping people. If that show helps a few people, they've done a good job. They've done their job. If somebody is like, shit, I look up to Sharky, I look up to Spody, I look up to Munchie. These young brothers have changed their lives and turned their lives around, and they talking about mental health awareness and being aware of these conditions. That is much needed. So no, it's not a waste. And no, it's not boring. It may be boring for somebody who doesn't necessarily value that, but there's a ton of people out there that need to hear that shit. Let me see.
He sent me the link with Chief Keef. He did it with this therapist dude that got the Visine voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was interesting. That was entertaining.
The old black guys.
Yeah.
I guess that's where like kind of inspired him. You know what I'm saying?
I think there was a streak where OG Suicide was making everyone in the office cry.
Kind of asking them questions, right? That's how it went, Munchie? Yeah. So it's them two kind of answering.
Okay, there's another person.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. That's something. That's
the medical
of what they're dealing with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you can have podcasts about anything. People have podcasts about people are
cried.
Yeah.
I think a mental health podcast would be cool though, because I think so many people are affected by it or know people who are affected by it. So if you're not personally affected by it, you probably know somebody that deals with it.
How about this? How about a podcast where the goal is to talk about interesting, funny, informative topics, and then once in a while you meander down the mental health thing? Because I'm gonna be real,
They don't get it.
Who the fuck? It's just not. It's not interesting. It's not entertaining. It's something that everybody already kind of knows. There's already like amazing resources for it. I just feel like it shows like a fundamental misunderstanding of why people podcast.
And this is the disconnect. This is the disconnect that I talk about, and not trying to understand or look at it from a different position or from somebody else's perspective, or what they could possibly be going through, or what other people are going through. How beneficial seeing some cats in the hood at a younger age for me to see and accept and be like, oh shit, what they talking about? For me as a kid, that would have been very useful. I'd have been, I'm not saying it'd changed my life, but it'd gave me some education, some knowledge on the situation. It's not just about money.
To think that there's like a market for that. And I think there's a reason why it doesn't exist currently, is because there's just no market for
I think it's the same thing, like, say, like with an AA. There's a ton of people that like have that community and they thrive. And I feel like, you know, if you just do something on a podcast, it could just reach so many more people that already share that common thread with other people that are dealing with said affliction of what they're dealing with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you can have podcasts about anything. People have podcasts about sports, you know what I'm saying? Pop culture.
Shout out
You know what I'm
Doughboy.
saying? I think that you could definitely have one about mental health as well, because there's so many different layers to talk about. I don't think it would ever get
I just think
old.
like most of the layers are boring and like not interesting, or like I just like after the first episode, what the fuck are you talking about in the second episode?
There's all kind of mental health issues. There's all kinds of topics in that shit. Maybe I'm more aware because of my wife, therapy and all that shit, but there's a ton of shit, a ton of people dealing with different issues, ton of people dealing with different type of episodes that they're going through. Depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar, schizophrenia, all kinds of shit. And that shit is very valuable for a lot of young people in this world. And it's not about being entertained at all times. Sometimes you're not doing it for entertainment. It's not to entertain people. It's not to entertain this young generation that needs to constantly be entertained or go to the next subject or do this or the next standard of what's the next drama, what's the next. No, it's about helping people. And so shout out to Sharky and Spody and Munchie and the young lady who is on the show that is doing it. It's a big deal. It's much needed. And who's to say that they're just going to do that forever, or maybe they just are using that to segue into the podcast. But it takes a lot to do something that you know everybody may not fuck with, or it's not going to blow up or go crazy viral, but you know that it's going to help the people that you care about. And that's what's important. That's the monetary gain. You feel me? So shout out to Munchie, Spody, and Sharky for doing the difficult thing. Maybe not the easiest thing to do is to talk about what bothers you or what's going on with you mentally or emotionally. That shit is dope. I think it's called Shark Attack. What's his page called? God damn it. I wanna put it in here. Big homie Sharky. There it is. Okay, big homie Sharky. Maybe it's not up yet. Bodie face at Back on Fig, 24 hours with Sharky. Hold on, I'm trying to find it, you guys. Sharky going up doing food, 24-hour episodes. Damn, was it live? No, it wasn't live. But shout out to this young man making an effort to do the important shit. I thought maybe it's not out yet. Maybe it's not out yet. Let me see. Maybe it's another. Dang it. I don't know. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to the work that they're doing. Important work that is much needed. What's up with y'all, man? King. Exactly. But you wanted Sharky over there, but not for mental health, not for uplifting material, not for shit that's going to build. Shout out to Sharky. Shout out to Spody. I'm going to say that. I'm going to constantly celebrate people that are doing the good work. Not taking the path of least resistance. But how's everybody doing, man? It is Tuesday. We got freaking Apollo today. Can't wait to check that out. I'm not going to be able to watch it live. I'm going to be recording I'm going to be live at the same time as well. I got my sister bringing food, Cute in the Kitchen. I told you guys that my sister did a function for the young brother that walked from Philly to California. She cooked it up for him. Let me go to her page so I can show you guys that also. And then we'll get back into this mental health and what is the standard and expectations for young men or older men, whatever. And get into Ryan Clark and LeSean McCoy's take on it. We'll get into that. But yes, this is my sister. She don't play around. Let's go.
Have you ever had a short rib cake? What about turkey sausage greens? Well, I did for the first time yesterday, and it was bussin'. Welcome to Cute in the Kitchen, serving some of the best soul food you have out of Long Beach, California. I'm talking mac and cheese, grilled chicken, potato salad, catfish. Ooh, that golden catfish was crazy. Miss Camilla makes everything from scratch, including the dessert, and I even got to try a bean pie for the first time. Make sure y'all go check her out and like, comment, share, and follow for more. It's your boy Heem, and you just got hit with
3,000 moms! What they gonna say now?
Consistent. That's the number one thing. Yeah, having faith. People don't believe in themselves nowadays, man. People don't believe in themselves.
Are you surprised that people got the message and like how many generations it spanned?
I was. I ain't gonna lie, because I really went into it with no expectation. This is like the best thing that could possibly happen out of this is me just going away from sin. That was like my only expectation. Like, all right, I'm gonna be away from sin for 4 months. Because I feel like sin clouds your judgment. You know what I'm saying? You're not really able to think clear when you're in sin. You know what I'm saying? You can't reach your fullest potential. You're chasing after the sin. You know what I'm saying? Instead of chasing after God and your purpose. So that was the only thing, my expectation. And then I feel like everything that just happened along the journey, the obstacles, just everything, it just made the journey like powerful. But you can't plan stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't. That's real shit. You can't plan that shit. That's God's word.
Shout out to this young man.
Just make sure it's in your heart for you to do it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like a lot of kids want to do streaming, but like you were streaming with a purpose, right. And that's a whole other ballgame. Yeah. Like
he lost so much weight on that walk.
Power comes great responsibility.
Right.
It's like he took the power of that. And
right.
Yeah, for sure. Because a lot of the older people, like pastors and preachers and things like that, they don't know how to connect with the youth. You know, you gotta know how to, you gotta understand what's going on nowadays, and you also gotta learn
raising money for a
because they're the next generation. Like I explained to a guy,
trade school for the kids, for the youth.
It was a park in Cali that we was at, but they trying to preserve it from them cutting it down, cutting the trees down and building on the land and stuff like that because it's special from like the Native Americans have been there for a while. And I said, so let me ask you a question. What are you doing to plant that seed into the next generation? Because what's going to happen when you're no longer here no more? I'm no longer here. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to pour it back into the kids to build more leaders. Because if not, we ain't going to have no leaders. Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Gotta be another version, gotta be another
Got his head on straight,
man.
man.
Pass it down to the next generation so we can continue just building more character.
And you inadvertently were bringing church into people's home.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you answered God's calling. That's pretty cool.
Where's the school you want to build?
Philly. Eventually, grace of God, one day franchise it.
Yeah.
Franchise. That's the goal.
It's catfish. Cute in the kitchen. Hot and ready.
Catfish? Get some catfish. Oh yeah. You want some more? Here you go. Oh damn. We're gonna bring some cupcakes out so you can try the cupcakes. Awesome.
Those are the cornbread cupcakes.
Girl, why does that carrot taste like a yam?
The savory cupcakes.
That shit good as fuck.
Like a yam. Like a yam.
Please, if I was something, let me be great. Oh my god. Good girl.
Let's go, Camila. Look at the cake. That's a cornbread cake. Savory cornbread cake.
How was that potato salad?
Hit.
Yeah. How was it?
Amazing. 20 out of 10.
20 out of 10. Nice. Tell my dog goodbye. Thank you so much. Tell the people how they can find you. KT in the kitchen.
Cute in the kitchen. My sister Camila.
This what happens when you leave Auntie's house.
Oh my god.
Go home, have fun. Hey, drive safe.
I'm gonna reheat these plates.
Yeah. Hey. Period.
3,000 moms! What they gonna say now?
Consistent.
Okay, Auntie, what is this?
We had the cupcake. We made it into a.
Let's go, Camila.
In the middle, we had cheese, short rib, mashed potato, and with short rib and candy carrots on top.
Hey, Auntie, they only getting this in Long Beach. You better let them know. Y'all saw the cupcake. That wasn't enough. Oh my.
He looking over there.
Appreciate you, man.
Bro!
That's all I need for my birthday. Short rib interior? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bro.
So she started with the cornbread cupcakes. Then she went to the full cake. That's my brother Rick.
That's delightful. What did I just eat?
A savory cupcake, cornbread, mashed potato, candy carrot, and short rib on top.
What? I guess I gotta eat it like a cupcake.
Shout out to her, man. Hey, be careful of wishing for drama for other people because sometimes you're manifesting it in your own life. You can't wait for some drama or something wild to happen to somebody else. You got to be careful doing that because you're calling on that spirit in your own life. You're putting that out there for yourself. You think you're calling it on for somebody else to go through some drama or something, some adversity, but you really calling it on yourself. So be careful of the shit that you wish for or the shit that you want to put on other people. It could come back to you. So I'm praying for you also, praying for all of us that we all win and there don't be no drama. There don't be no adverse shit that we got to bend around and dip around. We just trying to live and do good things and be positive and staying focused on building up our families, building up the community and getting over this divisive shit with its unity and building. That's it. But shout out to my sister Cute in the Kitchen. If you guys go follow her. Oh, let me go to her page. Hold on. Paste. What up, Alex? I see you. What Stet do? I don't think Stet did nothing. Not that I know of. But we just building, man. Okay, let's get to this Ryan Clark shit, man. You guys shared your opinions earlier saying that you should never cry on stream. You should never show your emotions and to people. I don't believe that. I don't think that you should never show your emotions or hide the fact that you're crying. I'm not a believer in that. Now, if it's performative and you just doing the extras, against that for sure. Go home. Let's share what you guys, share your opinion, share what you guys think. Go to my channel. Oh, I think I might have did it in the other one. Nah, man, no drama this way. No drama this way. At all. None at all. Laced and Lames in the chat. Speedboat TV. I see y'all. Cristiano Carranzo, I see you.
Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I
don't know if
trust.
Limited gonna hit me for watching
it. I thought they here to witness it. Get my people feeling militant.
Welcome to a special Friday edition of The Pivot. That's Fred T. I'm Chan, Pivot fam. Thank you for pivoting with us. But RC ain't lose all his jobs. We have a special guest today, Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, 4-time Emmy Award winner, and 4
proud of me. And they proud of, like, you know, like you asked me.
Or, you know.
Let's watch this.
What are your thoughts, man?
It's a good question. It depends on when you ask me. You know? Like you asked me, like when I see people in public, like OGs and like aunties and stuff, and they tell me they proud of me.
Man, that means so much.
And they proud of like And they probably like the way I represent the community. Yeah. I wouldn't change anything. Because that means the world to me.
What's funny,
You know,
they
I
was
like-
laughing at this Fu Man face palming medium skin tone.
When I go home, and this kid, you know, from the West Bank is like so accepted in New Orleans now. Like, I wouldn't change that. You know, never. You know, like, all I ever wanted to do was be accepted. You know, and want it. So yeah, like that, I wouldn't change. You know? If you ask me, probably the first, like, Monday of football, when all my friends get to do something like we did, like, super special together, yeah, I'd probably change it.
Man.
You know? I'd probably work harder to, like, be who they wanted me to be, or like build relationships with like bosses or executives, you know, cause like it's just a relationship game. Cause like I just see these people on TV who like aren't better than me, but I know I've never been at the tables they've been accepted at. So yeah, you know, there's some things I think I
Let me ask you something. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you know 100% sure you're more qualified, you are better than the other person that is being promoted or being accepted, and you're like, damn, I put in all this hard work and it's not even being recognized, or I'm actually being pushed to the back and somebody else is being pulled forward when I'm doing more and doing better and I'm more qualified. That shit fucking messes with your psyche. It makes you work harder for sure, but it's just like, damn, no matter what, my greatness or what I'm good at is not going to be recognized here. Only by God, my family are going to recognize it. And you just have to keep, and time again, when that happens, that shit is so bothersome because we're all human. It's human nature to allow things to creep in after time and time again. That shit is fucking, like, especially when you're trying to climb like the corporate ladder or promote within a company or a job. And it just kind of sets the notion of be your own boss. Always have something that you're working with. Always have something you're working on, because there's going to be a time where they let you know you ain't nothing but a number. You're not family. You're not a friend. You just a laborer, or you're just somebody that's filling a position. That's it. Don't take it personal. This is business.
Because I feel like I let them win. You know, I feel like there's a group of people, a faction of individuals who wanted to like devalue my voice, who wanted to take away my platform. I feel like I let them win, you know? But then there's the other side of it of like, my platform isn't as big anyway, or it's not as impactful anyway if I don't do those things. If I'm not that person, if I'm not authentically me, right? And it's not even something I can prove that if I was different, they wouldn't have fired me. I can't prove that.
And what I believe he's talking to is not having the experience and the social skills to be able to sit at those tables and get in those meetings or get invited to those events of like, hey, come grab a beer. Hey, come over to the house. Come visit the family. Those kinds of things is what I think he's talking about. Like he'd have took advantage of those opportunities and been more of the company guy, like, hey, hoorah, like, what do we got to do? Hey, you know what I've been thinking? This and that is what I believe he's talking about. I don't know that to be true, but I've had that same, now that I'm 45 and I look back, I'm like, oh shit, if I'd have just been this way, or if I would have had this skill, if I'd have read this book, or if I'd have learned this social cue back then, oh man, sky's the limit. There's a lot of hindsight is 2020 in my life, because if I was who I am right now in those past situations, I'd have killed that situation, but I never would have been in this position that I'm in right now.
Tough. Right? So if I can't prove that, why? I would have hated to be fired being something I wasn't. Oh my gosh, that'd be the worst. Young, man, like my kids, like, they love me. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like I let them down.
Never.
You know, like.
They get, ooh!
Regardless of how much like money I was able to save and all the opportunities I was given, that's why I'm so focused on like the other people who lost their job. It's like, this helps us, right? My kids get to live a certain way. I get to take care of my parents. I get to help, you know, my brothers and my brother and my nieces and my nephews and so many people, because like I'm in a place to where I can have excess because of what I can do so good. And to have that taken away, you know, for whatever it is, if I could have been different in some ways, probably, you asked me on the right day, yeah, I would say I have some regrets.
Sacrifice ain't cheap, man.
I know, you know, the thing, it's like, the thing I just told you I loved comes at a price.
Yep.
Right? I love them both. I loved my job.
And we know.
Have y'all ever loved y'all job?
Talking football. I love studying it. I love educating people on it. I love making people laugh about it. I love entertaining people. I love the people I work with. And I love my community. It doesn't mean I don't love them all. It just means like.
People are saying like soft batch or whatever, but I believe this is true strength. This is true strength, and being able to build from this and to grow from this and be strong for this and to be emotional and to share like disappointment, to share, damn, I feel like a failure. Is major. You know what I mean? Because we might be looking at these people and idolizing them and saying, damn, they don't ever deal with no hard shit. They don't ever deal with any hardships. They just, everything is just given to them when they working their ass off, and they're dealing with insecurities and shit like that. Even using like, using soft batch. Where did soft batch come from? That's Apollo or something that we've watched, right? Is other people's lingo. Using other people's lingo to describe people, like adopting other people's lingo. Shit is funny to me. You know what I mean? Like the investment that we have in, like, so if you see a grifter, now we have no idea if anytime somebody changes their mind or somebody changes their perspective, it's just, are they grifting? Be it or not, he's grifting or not. Somebody is seeing that and is pulling inspiration from it. That people, I'm a grifter for changing my perspective on certain things. I'm a grifter. The shit is called the pivot. But I think it is much needed, more needed to see things like that to show that your heroes are not perfect. We always talk about these marriages and relationships, and we don't know nothing's wrong with them until they fucking blow up and they're just destroyed and ugly. But why don't we talk about these hard marriages, these hard relationships, the struggles in relationships? Oh, I feel like I'm not being man enough and my wife is this or this and that. because, oh, that's soft batch. What you talking about your emotions? Like, how are we going to get to a better place if we're not communicating this shit and talking about these things? I think it's valuable. And then, so how you guys feel? I think LeSean McCoy, Shady McCoy, I think he feels the same way as you. Like he has the same, pretty much like the same outlook kind of perspective. And we're going to go to that video right now. Let me see. And like the cats ain't that good at actors, I don't think. I don't think they're that good of acting. Even Fred Taylor crying, you know what I mean? Here we go.
About Ryan Clark after your $50 in lineups for free. Prize picks. It's good to be right.
After getting fired?
After being fired, and then also just
Bro,
talking about
everybody been fired, dude. I mean, I can't tell you how he should, vent and show his emotion. So I mean, I probably wouldn't do this right here, but I mean, this is part of his lane. He's into what's the word? Clicks, likes, that's his thing.
Clickbait.
But I'll say this about Ryan Clark. I mean, he's good at his craft. Like, you'll get another job. Everybody gets fired. You get cut. He been playing football. He was like undrafted. When he undrafted?
Undrafted.
He's been in this situation before. I mean, we being technical, So I don't feel like bad. I mean, people get fired all the time. Shit. We just got released from another network. You know what I'm saying? Paul Pierce, all them dudes. Yeah. We all homies. I mean, and the thing is, like, being fired from a job is one thing, but when you get cut in football, you understand that route. You understand that life. So I don't feel bad with the tears and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Then why you always bring up Chip Kelly when he got rid of you?
And all the other stuff. I mean, about being accepted, I don't know that.
You hate Chip Kelly.
No, I don't know.
You always talk about hating Chip Kelly and what he did.
I can't speak for that. You know what I mean?
I agree with him. I hate him too for doing that shit.
Insecure in who I am. You know what I mean? Sometimes people might need to be accepted. But like, I always look at like people's patterns and where they come from. So his whole career has been like underdog fighting. So I guess it makes sense. You do want to get accepted. You know what I mean? I play great for a team. I still not the guy. I never, so I understand that. But I mean, I support him. I don't really know him like that. I support him. I just can't act like I'm so sad because like he ain't the only guy that got fired.
I'm not sad about it.
Fired. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say I'm happy either.
Cam Newton got fired.
Yeah.
Cam just like, come on, Cam Newton. You know what I mean? So like, I'm sorry if I'm not as sad as y'all. You know what I mean? But the truth is, I don't know if I always can believe some of the stuff he say though. That's another thing. I remember way in the back we had I forget what year it was. I think it was a lockout, and he had somebody. This before social media was like a big thing. Somebody's recording him actually trying to get in the door. I'm thinking like, my man. For one, who the hell got the camera out there? And for two, it's a lockout. Like so. Being honest, I don't really know how like if he's serious or not. I know he's a like clickbait type dude. Even though like
Chip Kelly got rid of Vic, my boy Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy. Oh man, Chip Kelly was the worst coach ever, but he still talks about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I don't want to make this a negative thing, right?
I'm gonna chime in.
But do you feel what I'm saying? Though? Sometimes, bro, there's some dudes that are internet people. He's one of them, and sometimes I'm not know if it's serious or not.
So I talked to Ryan after this, and I have a lot of thoughts. I see why people are up in arms about Ryan crying on camera because he cried after getting fired. But I think we have to really unveil Ryan didn't cry because he lost his job, in my mind, and based on communicating with him. Ryan was crying, I believe, because of both the gratitude that he felt from the love of so many people, along with, I think, the volatility of a lot of hate, a lot of love will lead you to an emotional place. But why I actually loved Ryan crying is because it exposed something that so many people do not deal with. I think we all have some inner child trauma that some people either go to therapy and work out, or other individuals just.
The importance of mental health awareness. Back to it. It's important, brother.
try to bury the entirety of their lives, and it finds its way out in other aspects of your life. You're either going to implode or you're going to explode, one of the two. And Ryan, I think in that moment was feeling maybe those childlike feelings that he's been dealing with or has to deal with. You think about, he says, I've always wanted to be accepted. That word.
He's saying the same shit Shady just said. Ohio, he's saying the same shit. He always been on the outside, ain't never been accepted, needing to be accepted. Shady's like, nigga, I always been the guy.
Always is a very heavy word. Always means since you was young and now you old. I don't know what.
Just because he a clown, don't make it not true. What did that fool say in Tropic Thunder? Just because it's a a song from a sitcom, don't make it not true.
Ryan has been through to lead him to that feeling of wanting to be accepted. Like Shady just said, undrafted player, ends up being a captain, plays 13 years, wins a Super Bowl, anchors a defense that people have talked about for decades to come. Always wanted to be accepted. That's something I believe that is a inner childhood, maybe trauma, if I may use that word. So the reason I actually appreciated the tears was because I think it displayed a reality that so many different individuals, particularly men, try to hide. But in that moment with Ryan, it just came out.
Did you feel bad for the other guys, Acho? The other guys got fired too, man.
ZG, what about other mental health issues? Is it just depression or is it more than just depression? Is it just a choice? Only depression is a choice, or is there other things that are a choice?
I don't feel bad that Ryan
Lack
got
of dopamine,
fired.
lack of all this. Those ain't real things.
I just got fired last year.
Yeah,
and wasn't nobody crying no tears for me. So
I'm saying,
I don't feel
That's
bad.
because motherfuckers don't like Acho. That's because people don't like Acho. Ain't nobody crying. When Acho got fired, people was probably like, ugh, yes, get this cat up out of here.
That Ryan got fired. It happens. Ryan, you know this. Like, it happens. People get fired. I got fired. People get cut.
Bro,
it happens. And he's incredible at his craft.
He's
but
good at his craft.
It's the name of the game. I don't like how they did it.
No matter why
I
you
also
say
don't
it,
like
the
to
shit is
find-
true.
It's interesting. A bunch of women are celebrating his emotions and showing the tears and all those things. And then you look, there's a reason my video got 8.8 million views. You look at the man is, you soft, you weak, you crying, you soft, you soft, you weak, you crying.
I don't know if it's that. I just, for me, it's some dudes that like, guys that cry, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's genuine and they mean it. But what I'm saying is I don't know. I've been watching for so long. I'm not sure if I could believe it or not. And sometimes I think in this media game, in the social media game, you meet so many people, it's like, all right, is he genuine or not? And I think there's some guys that do things for attention and clickbaits, you know? I'm not saying that Ryan does all the time, but he does a lot of that. So I don't know if these tears is for, I mean, you know, I can't make something of these tears or not. I will say this, though. I think Ryan's incredible at his job. I think he'll get another one, you know? And then the whole, like, acting black stuff, what are we talking about?
Well, I think,
come on, man.
I didn't see that part.
And I was thinking about this, Kieran, even like,
I didn't see the part where he said that. Let me see. What did Ohio say? How you know it's true? Ryan didn't say his childhood was causing him to cry. He's saying what he thinks to be true. Like, I think a lot of people dealing with childhood trauma, a lot of mental health, a lot of shit that people have in their adulthood is shit that is unworked shit or whatever from your childhood that you never dealt with, that you avoided. You avoided talking about this, or you've suppressed memories or this and that. We all got some kind of trauma as a kid. Every parent fucks their kid up just a little bit. Every parent fucks their child up just a little bit. You gotta let your children be children. You can't make them perfect. But just like an author will write something and we'll be like, oh, that's crazy dope. That's tight. The Art of War or the Pillars, 48 Laws, just something. And we'll take what's in that book and be like, ooh, that's a good quote. That's vicious. But we won't put that quote up against the person's life. Like, oh, I don't know if I can listen to this. How does this nigga really live? We'll take an author's word for it, but and use that as advice and use that to build out of. Sometimes it's the messenger that kills the message for some people. But listen to the message. Don't worry about the message. Listen to the words that are being said. I think this is good debate, good conversation, good talk that needs to happen. Like the shit that we discussed over here on podcast and talking about certain emotional shit. Unaddressed trauma. That's it. Unaddressed trauma. Unaddressed trauma. It's what could be causing him to feel hurt, to feel pain, to feel rejected. Yeah. Yes, it could be. Also could not be. Shit, I don't know. That's just what I feel like. There's unaddressed issues if you're crying about getting fired. I've been fired a lot of times. Been ashamed of being fired, been embarrassed of being fired. Not wanting to tell people I was fired. And for what? Why am I worried about telling somebody I got fired? Oh man, it's just 909 Dino. Shady be having the most biased takes on sports. He is very emotional and too caught up on trying to say what is cool instead of what is right. Yeah, it's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people that fall into that category. But that might be his truth. That might really be his position. That might really be what he thinks. Like we could be like Ohio, like, how do we know LeSean Shady McCoy actually believes what he's saying? How do we know that Shady really believes the things that he's saying? Like, how do we know anybody means anything that they say? What up, Nick Bags? Nick in the building, man. The land of the pivot. The land of the pivot. Everybody pivoting. Everybody pivoting. Everybody pivoting. Everybody, what did Ohio say? Everybody grifting. Grifting. The land of the grift. When do we decipher between grifting and growth? Where's the difference between like a grift and growth, or like a grift and a change of perspective, a change of outlook through experience? How do you decipher between, or what's your discernment of someone growing as a person? Oh, God, Ohio, not Shady be on BS for clicks. That now they have a different outlook. Right now, I'm just noticing the word grift super relevant. Like everybody says grift now. Ever since like the debates and political shit, grifting, you're pivoting. You know what I mean? The Tucker Carlsons, the Nick Fuentes's, the Stephen A's, the Poetic Flacco's, like now being a pro-black, fighting for my people. Everybody distancing themselves from Trump. Nah, that was your guy. And they trying to do that shit as fast as they can by every hair on their chinny chin chin. That's a real question, though. I really do want you guys to give me your opinions or your answers. How do you tell between a grift and growth? Yeah, the difference between a grift and growth.
Roganites, I call them. Right? Because 10 years ago, I was telling y'all Joe Rogan's a good. I make a lot of fun of a couple of my friends that are big like Joe Roganites, I call them. Right? Because 10 years ago, I was telling y'all Joe Rogan's a goofy.
That's a good definition right there, Ohio. constantly jumping from position to position, constantly going from one outlook to the next outlook, constantly. That's a good one.
Goofy. And people, he has people on, they have good combos. All right, cool. Fast forward to now, this whole thing. A lot of my same friends, jobs drying up.
Mm-hmm.
They operate on grants and scholarships and
I would say yes, Ohio.
These other programs that work for colleges, different things like that.
Right.
All of that's not being funded anymore.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Well, like we always say, people don't care until they start affecting
Until it's affecting them.
That's really what it is.
And all my friends that I'm speaking on are
speaking to the black people,
black men. And you guys know I've said on whether it's public airwaves, I may have said it on here, but if I haven't said it on here, hey, black men, you're not white. So what's good for white boys and they run around think everything is a joke and everything is this, you're not them. The way the economy affects you and your loved ones is not the same as your little white buddies at the job. Your little white finance friends. It ain't the same, man. It's not going to hit the same. It just ain't. And so now you see all these podcasters trying to flip the script because they know this Trump grift is a wrap.
85%.
Nah, it's crazy. Somebody told me in the comments that Andrew Schultz got it the worst.
You know what's funny? I haven't seen him pop up on my feed because he used to just pop up. I don't follow him. I don't subscribe.
Andrew Schultz was everywhere.
Just be in the algo.
Any hot take with Trump in it was always in my algorithm. I don't see it anymore. I forgot until you just reminded me.
Hey, election season is coming. Don't hold your breath too long because
Ebro was pissed off when he got fired too, though. I don't know if I don't think he was crying.
They're gonna start funding it again.
Yep.
They start now, Lou. Take a lot of.
The grift is on. Because we got hold on, here it is. Let me find it real quick. So I was saying, Ohio, I think you can be racist against your own people and become pro your people. I think there's a lot of instances where people were, where even myself or young people or ignorant people such as myself were toxic to their own community. Malcolm X. Being a pimp, being a criminal, being this, like you are against your people when you're acting like that, when you're robbing, when you're selling shit to your people that's hurting your people, that's hurting your community, that's hurting your neighborhood. But you can have an awakening. You could be brought to the light and you could be, you could read something or meet somebody that opens your ears, your mind, your heart, your soul to new information that makes you be like about your people. You just may not have ever been in position or had the representation to look at your people in a proud way. So I think you can change your outlook on racism. I think people that are racist can change their mind. For sure.
pieces, but obviously it's pretty glaring.
Here is a new grifter. I don't know if you guys have already noticed that this has been happening for a long time, if he's been doing it for a while now. But I want to bring up Stephen A because Stephen A just apologized to Kyrie for his take on Kyrie when he was against getting the shot, the COVID shot, and standing on his principles, standing on what he believed. And I just want to replay that so you guys can see that shit.
That we need, one more piece or two more pieces that will complement myself, KD, DJ, GT, Spence, Karras, and we'll see how that evolves.
All right, so Stephen A. Kyrie says it's glaring they need.
I don't know if this is the one, actually. No, this ain't it. Hold on. My bad. I want to find the old video. I thought that was it. Dang it. Dang it. I don't want the fucking apology.
And I'm gonna try to be diplomatic. But I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna hold back. To answer the question directly, Molly and Max, Kyrie Irving should not be forced to engage with the media. He doesn't want to talk to the media. Fine, we won't miss him. But here's the reality: he should be fined every damn day he doesn't talk, because you signed a contractual agreement.
This ain't it, but I just want to hear how he's talking about it.
As an NBA player, this notion that you just get to go out on the basketball court and play, but you don't answer questions, you don't talk to the media, whatever. Understand what the media is. The media is a conduit to assist the NBA and its players in promoting its brand. That way it facilitates you generating more revenue so guys like Kyrie can get paid $33.4 million this year. Go back and look at the tapes. Quote him. It's always the media. Always. You got something to say about LeBron? It's the media. You got something to say about your time in Boston? It's the media. You got something to say about wanting to move on? It's the media. You're in Brooklyn.
Damn it. I wish if anybody has that video, I thought I had it. I don't have it. The video I had was not it. Damn it.
I'm gonna leave it.
Can I go on the court real quick? Because I'd like to. Because when we started off,
we both got a lot to say.
All right, all right.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay,
Just say
guys,
it, Jay.
can I?
Just say it,
I'm
Jay.
not in here for that. I'm not in here for
Just say it, Jay.
So as you guys probably play a portion of that segment.
Fuck. Pissed off.
And I'm gonna try.
Well, here's the apology, bastard. I thought I had it. My bad. Pisses me off. Don't forget to follow, like the video. Mr. Jason Rios is Mr. Rios Neighborhood, man. Stephen A. apology. Israel got a lot of apologies.
Let me move on to this last subject before I go to break, because it involves Kenny Smith and Kyrie Irving. Kenny the Jet Smith for TNT, the great Kyrie Irving for the Dallas Mavericks, who may be on a
God damn, this is from 2 years ago. Rios, Ohio, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the special
Don't say
edition
nothing,
Stephen A.
Ohio.
Smith Show. I'm out on vacation or what have you, but I felt compelled to come on the air because, ladies and gentlemen, I have to do something that.
What if Stephen A. was like, it was just content? It was just content. I got y'all. It was content. It was just content. Ooh, it was just content, you guys. I was just making content.
I've done in the past, but I haven't had to do but so much in my career. I just feel compelled to do it today. And that's the issue, an apology.
But shout out to being the bigger man and having to deal with that shit and coming forth and apologizing. I do want to emphasize that. I'm talking crap and joking. It does take a lot to apologize and admit when you're wrong. But admit when you're wrong and move past that shit and build.
There's several people that we all owe apologies to. And I'll put myself at the front of the list.
Is this because of the Dr. Fauci diary?
But none more so than the apology that I owe to Kyrie Irving. Now, I know that people didn't see, and his name has not come up over the last several months too much because he sustained a devastating knee injury that kept him out this entire season from playing with the Dallas Mavericks. Probably could have came back early if they were playing for something, but since they weren't playing for much because they were losing basketball games and Cooper Flag was continuing to develop and ascend, he wasn't really needed. So Kyrie Irving eventually will be back next season. And he'll be the superstar guard that we know him to be. A scoring machine, one of the greatest handles we've ever witnessed, one of the greatest skilled players we've ever seen in NBA history.
Not celebrating.
But this is not about him, the basketball player. This is about him, the man. The reality is that Kyrie Irving, no matter what we think, may have been more right than we have given him credit for, and unquestionably was more vilified than he deserved. And ladies and gentlemen, it starts with me. Keep telling y'all before on many occasions, I'm a man.
You gonna apologize for supporting Trump?
I'll say I'm wrong. But when it comes to Kyrie Irving, I can't apologize strongly enough. You know, you may be wondering what I'm talking about because you may not be paying but so much attention to politics. I do. I always have and I always will. Not from an aficionado's perspective, but just as a conscientious observer, watching the news, watching these shows.
What you doing, Stephen A? What's your plan, Stephen A? We own you. We own to your scheming.
Listening to perspectives, reading the newspapers, etc. I pay attention to some degree. Not an expert. But I watched a gentleman by the name of Dr. Anthony Fauci show up on Capitol Hill.
I plead the fifth. Biden pardoned his ass too.
Show up on Capitol Hill just this past Wednesday. And Dr. Fauci was up there. And he was testifying. He was appearing before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee because they wanted to know specifically about his knowledge in regards to the coronavirus pandemic and what role he may have played, inadvertently or otherwise, in what ravaged this country and this world for over a year, if not longer. 1.2 million American lives were lost. Worldwide, more than 7 million deaths were officially reported. The World Health Organization estimates approximately 14.9 million excess deaths in the year 2020 and 2021 alone. And while that stuff was going on, we saw Dr. Anthony Fauci essentially protected.
By who, Stephen A?
We saw him essentially labeled untouchable in terms of questions of scrutiny on.
Who was backing him? Who was, this is my guy. This is my guy. Who? Man.
Or anything like that. We saw vaccine mandates and booster mandates and,
Who mandated them?
distancing stipulations.
Who mandated
mask
them?
Mandates and all of this other stuff. And along the way, there were a select few individuals in the world of sports, especially, that stood up and said, nah, I'm not down for this.
So you got all this reserve energy for Fauci. You can't feel this way about Fauci and not be on your boy. You have to. Remember the motherfucker talking about flashlights and sticking stuff up? You know where? And bleach and this and that and mandates. Where did the mandates come from, Stephen? Stephen. Go to my office, Stephen. Why is you only on Fauci?
And it was people like me who were critical of him.
Manifest wisely, yes. Yes, I know.
In my case, it wasn't about the vaccine itself. It was about the fact that from a societal perspective, if we all got to deal with it, we all got to deal with it.
Is the problem the origin story of the COVID, the origin, saying it came from the marketplace versus them being manufactured, disease manufactured? Is that your problem? Well, it ain't just Fauci. It's a lot of people.
And I looked at a willingness for one to sacrifice themselves for the betterment of the team, even though you thought something would be unhealthy for you, potentially. And I felt like it was worth the risk. I didn't want to take the vaccine, but I took it.
I didn't want to take it
Millions of
either,
other
but I
people
took
didn't
it.
want to take the vaccine, but we took it. Why? Because there was a mandate that was that was handed down.
From who? You? Within this apology, 'cause I really didn't actually feel like I felt an official apology. I don't think I really actually heard an official apology like, I am so sorry for being opinionated and judging you, Kyrie. Maybe it's coming up. The mandate handed down. Okay, if something's handed down, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from, Stephen? Where did the mandate come from? You said handed down. From where?
And if we weren't willing to meet that mandate, our jobs, our livelihoods, if not compromised in a very significant way, would be completely stripped from us. But there were others who had the courage to say, bump that. And one of those people at the forefront was Kyrie Irving.
So wait, is he saying that he doesn't think the vaccine worked at all or something? That the vaccine, is that what's being said? The vaccine was completely bad? Because I thought he just raffled off all those deaths.
I bring his name
Hey,
up
Cali
because
Bag, shout out to all the brothers that were strong
I had
enough
my
not to
issue
get the jab.
with him from a leadership standpoint, never as a player, because he's sensational. But with him, in terms of leadership, and I didn't look at it as being courageous. I looked at it as being selfish. And I watched Dr. Fauci.
No one will be as great S. Stuart Scott? No one.
On Capitol Hill yesterday. And the person I thought about most was Kyrie Irving. There were others. Aaron Rodgers, then of the Green Bay Packers, before moving on to the Jets and ultimately Pittsburgh Steelers. There was Novak Djokovic, greatest tennis player in the world. There was Bryson DeChambeau, golfer extraordinaire. There was Conor McGregor, the UFC. There was, because of the heat that he was taking. And now folks were piling on because that was just the latest transgression in their eyes that he was committing, heat that he was taking. But Kyrie Irving stood out in my mind.
Let's get to it.
Because of the heat that he was taking. And now folks were piling on because that was just the latest transgression in their eyes that he was committing and subjecting the public to. He refused the vaccine. New York City's mandate made him ineligible for home games, and he linked his stance to people losing jobs over vaccine mandates. It was Aaron Rodgers, said he was immunized, not necessarily vaccinated. Tried to be slick with that. We got on him about that. But then disclosed that he had not received an authorized COVID vaccine and had pursued an alternative immunization protocol. He defended bodily autonomy and criticized the NFL rules for unvaccinated players. There was Djokovic, remained unvaccinated and said he was willing to miss major tournaments rather than take the vaccine. He was...
All right, Stephen A. I don't know. I'm not going to call this one a grift. I'm gonna call this him being made aware because of what Dr. Fauci just did. Diary being released, maybe.
That you are still trying to get him 6 years afterwards.
Well, he did fund gain-of-function research at a sloppy lab where a virus escaped and left 1 million Americans dead.
Complicit in the deaths of millions of people.
The guy killed or had something to do with killing 9 million people.
Okay, wow, that's right. Okay, he engineered the virus that killed millions and millions of people because it was so deadly. A threat to everyone.
The COVID virus was simply not a threat to most people. My spidey senses about him, about the entire scamdemic, were accurate.
A lot of us that COVID was a flu.
To tell kids they couldn't go to school for years for no reason.
Dr. Fauci lied about his own personal views.
Shutting down the country for a virus he knew wasn't that deadly.
Oh, yeah. See? It's deadly. And it didn't matter. And millions died, but it was fine. And God, my head hurts, okay? My ears are bleeding. And are those symptoms of the deadly virus? That doesn't matter. I just don't understand. Can someone try again to tell us what was in these diary entries?
If you read the stories in the so-called mainstream press about the Fauci diaries, you will see an exact parallel to the Biden.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the pipe. What's going on here? Are you guys trying to solve COVID or a murder on the Orient Express? But enough about Dr. Fauci. Shall we retire to the hot tub, my dear boys? Chop, chop. Listen, guys, can we dial this back a bit? I'm not saying Anthony Fauci made no mistakes, but it's not like the man is Hitler.
Fauci's guilty of mass murder and crimes against humanity on a scale of a Hitler and a Joseph Mengele.
Okay. I stand corrected. Fun fact, Hitler also committed all his crimes to meet Barbra Streisand. Fun fact. By the way, if you think America's response to COVID was really that horrible, is there someone other than Fauci you might put some blame on? Maybe somebody Fauci worked for, could even be somebody you may have met 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5 times. Maybe a little turn around the room might jog your memory, no? Donald f***ing Trump.
Right.
He was the guy who was president during the pandemic, and he also thought Fauci was sexier than Tyra Banks.
He's a good man. I like Dr. Fauci a lot. He's been doing a very good job. We're very happy with Dr. Fauci. And I have a lot of respect for Dr. Fauci. And I have to pay tribute. We have, whether it's Dr. Fauci, we have the best people on earth.
Normally when Trump praises something like that highly, he just had his broker buy a ton of stock in it. And look, this is not to say Donald Trump is the one big villain of COVID.
One of the major ones. It's one of the major ones. One of the main ones.
There is no one big villain of COVID. Well, except maybe COVID. He was a bad dude. It was an unprecedented pandemic that we spent years stumbling through, trying to find some patchwork of solutions that would protect our health while keeping our society from total collapse. Did our leaders make mistakes? Of course they did. Should we try to find out what we did wrong? Of course. But that was not what was happening with Republicans this week. They were doing the only thing we do anymore, shove a complex issue through a performative partisan filter. But it's not going to do anything for us to throw Anthony Fauci in prison. It's not even going to do that much to Anthony Fauci. I mean, threatening an 85-year-old with life in prison.
Right. What they talking about Tiny now, man? Shout out to my guy Tiny, man. Shout out to Apollo. Shout out to Mac Wap, TF, Keem. I saw Keem's live this morning. Shout out to Keem for going live. Shout out to Tiny going live. I think 30 days in a row he's shooting for. Shout out to everybody, man. I saw Apollo play basketball against No Jumper. I can't believe. Well, what I heard is that they lost to No Jumper. You should die on the court. You should die on the court before that happens. Die. Yeah, they made me get my vaccine too. They threatened to fire me, but I should have fought. But how did they cheat, Alberto? I don't care. They wouldn't have been able to cheat me to win. They wouldn't have even been. There's no way they would have been able to beat me. It would have went to fisticuffs and jail time. People, they would have hated me afterwards. Like, I hate that motherfucker. That motherfucker right there, that dirty, broken arms, I'm doing all kind of shit. So they blaming Tiny for the loss? Is that why you said that, Ohio? Shout out to Tiny, man. Moose Man ended the game. It's like, next point wins. Why, he's about to go to a layup. Next point wins. Has anybody listened to the Rick Ross album? Anybody? Anybody? Any takes? Any takers? Rick Ross album? Nobody? Nobody? Okay. I'm waiting for y'all. Hey, he's like pardoned for life too. Not enough rapping for this though. Is 8:30 early for an 8 o'clock show? Is 8:30 early for an 8 o'clock show? Possibly, right? The location, Detroit, Michigan. That thing is empty. But I'm checking temperatures because I'm like, who's talking about the album? Nobody's heard it. Nobody. Pretty mid got one or two decent ones. Damn. Does this go to show the significance and the importance of the Clips, Pusha T and Malice's album for some older gentlemen to actually put out some shit that was good? Did he change? Did he add? Is he still rapping the same? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's still rapping the same. Let's see Rick Ross latest. I'm not saying Rick Ross ain't the shit. He used to be the shit.
Now, we pulled the streaming report for Set in Stone first 2 weeks with 63.5 million streams. That equates. Told y'all I'm playing the long game with my album Set in Stone out now. We pulled the streaming report for Set in Stone first 2 weeks with 5 million streams. That equates to approximately 42.5K albums sold, which does not include the physical products. That's equivalent to Ricky Rose selling 22,000 the first week and 20 the second week, which is no fall off. It's a long game we playing here, guys. Told y'all I'm playing the long game with my album Set in Stone out.
He's playing the long game. Y'all thought he was down. He's clown jaw. He got it all figured out. Clown jaw. Clown jaw. Y'all thought y'all knew what was up? Nah, he's playing the long game. Is he wrong? Fact checks? Are those facts? Gotcha. Gotcha. Ricky. Go ahead and apologize to Drake, man.
$22,000 the first week, 20 the second week. Those drastic fall-offs, guys, that you see with a lot of those other artists is when the numbers are inflated. The bots. To me, the new flex is no bots. Keep it genuine. Keep it pure. Let the music fight any battles.
This is his response to 50.
You understand? Come on now. This the biggest boss. I'm letting niggas know. Do the long game, baby. That's how we hustling. That's how we winning. We here 20 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Those genuine sneakers gonna be in Costco, baby. I like the Lloyd Banks ones better than all the other ones. Them other niggas ain't even got no sneakers. But 50, give Lloyd Banks his own high top sneaker. And since the Shreveport shit ain't happening no more, you know what I'm saying? You can focus on the sneakers. And for example, if those numbers not inflated, why can't these same people with all these followers sell other products outside of the music? Why their sneakers can't sell? Why their alcohol can't sell? Why this can't sell? Nigga, if you genuinely gotten a gazillion people that could do this with your music the first week, why everything else you do outside of music is unsuccessful? Now, the new flex is no bots.
No bots.
You the boat, nigga. That's what Ricky Ross.
Me and Rick Ross feel the same way, man. The new flex is no bots. And barely any views. Let's go. That's the new flex. No bots, barely any views is the new flex, nigga. Mr. Rios' neighborhood. We don't need no views. Our bots, it's the new flex. Ohio, man. Stop while you ahead, man. We ain't got no bots. Them was trolls. Them's was trolls. Not bots. Come on, dude. Damn it. I can't have no mod. My only mod in here. Talking about we got bots. This is standard, Ohio. Shit. I guess I didn't set any rules. Cocaine bot. All right, before we get into some other shit, I got a few more. I actually got plenty more topics, more videos. We could be here for a while if we want to. If we want to. Cause, you know, we ain't botted up in here. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Talk about it. Talk about it, be about it. Tell me what y'all think about this. Those of you who ain't incels, those of you that have girls or young ladies who got men or whatever you got, and whatever you are and whatever you got. I don't know. Your lifestyle is your lifestyle. Ain't none of my business. But how y'all feel about this? Mark Lamont Hill opens up to the podcast crew at Joe Budden.
Shit. And she was supposed to be out getting a massage with her girlfriend. Let me ask you a question. What's up, man? Because you got a perspective that I need. My wife texted me toward the end of the last episode.
She texted you when you was home?
She texted me while I was here working.
Okay.
We're full-time employees, so we be on doing
shit.
And she was supposed to be out getting a massage with her girlfriend.
Why
is that
funny? Queen's Flip immediately on it. That nigga didn't waste no time. Said she was about to get a massage with her girlfriend. Look at his face. Yowzers. Let's go.
Be out getting a massage with her girlfriend. Be full-time employees, so we be on doing
shit.
And she was supposed to be out getting a massage with her girlfriend. Why is that funny?
No, go ahead, keep going.
Wait,
let him continue. Hold on. What happened?
But then she was concerned because the massage it turned out to be a man. That's
okay.
Not
just turned out
to be.
You can't pick them these days.
Just read it, because they think I be capping. No, because they go.
So read it. No, read. Can you read it?
It was one of them muscle niggas.
Read it, Mark. Read it for us.
What area do you
want to... Y'all remember what Tams was saying about... Tammy was saying in Jamaica, how the Jamaican men that be doing the massages, they also selling some other stuff. They ain't just selling massages. And they acted, it's so normal for them, they acting like it's crazy if you ain't accepting what they selling.
Shit! Hold on. That's why he was on the phone with his ear cover trying to hit. She can't pick up, boy. There's no service here.
Turn over, please.
There's no service in there.
It was one of them big muscle
Turn
niggas.
over, please.
I imagine it was a big muscle nigga because she said his name was.
Wait, there's no black.
I was like, so he gotta be black.
Wait,
Boy.
Black niggas masseuse?
Yeah, them niggas that be having.
She wasn't expecting that.
Oh, shit.
So
You gotta watch out for them. They be having R&B playing. They be having incense going. They be having them. They be loosening up their elbows and with R&B playing. What's all this? What's all this? Why your elbow all into it? Why your chest? Massaging her with your chest and shit. What's up with that? Niggas be giving women massages with their chest? Nigga laying on his back, giving a massage with his back. Come on, man.
Can you read it for us, please? Everybody chill. Let's respect his wife. You went to the 5%.
Start. She was concerned because she didn't want to do. She wanted a woman. That's the story she said.
Oh no, man, massage therapist.
She brought that up just in case he found out that she had a male masseuse. That was just a disclaimer. That was a safe disclaimer. Talking by a true manipulator, cheater. That was a disclaimer just in case. You be doing shit just in case. You don't even get caught, but you be setting up just in case you do. You be acting like you gonna get caught, so you leave little breadcrumbs for when you do. May never even happen, but you gotta leave the breadcrumbs. Remember I told you remember I told you the girl massage? I told you I was at the masseuse. Remember the text? Remember the text? I thought you said it was okay. Or is that? No. Oh, miscommunication. Sorry.
I have to disrobe. I don't want to. This stupid motherfucker right.
No, I wrote like that's different than
It is. I'm so anxious, but I don't want to say anything. You're the customer. As for a woman, it's not an issue. Massage is supposed to be relaxing and comforting. If you're gonna be anxious, that's not okay.
Pause there for a minute. That was my progressive male. I want to talk you through this, so you don't do it. What I'm thinking is this nigga shouldn't be giving you no massage.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's right, but the flip side of
Hose
my brain.
on my neck, I'm like, I'm like, nigga, what? Tell your wife, get away from that.
I thought what was
nigga, I am Haitian and Jamaican, nigga. No. No, nigga, what? Who? Never. Never. Send me your
Queens knows what's up. Queens Flip knows what's up.
location.
You know,
I got it already.
Yeah.
No. There's some more lines.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get that. Yeah.
All right,
No,
absolutely.
We ain't gonna say his name no more, so we ain't gotta keep bleeping it.
You my nigga, but
it's a very.
I'm sorry.
But that's my fault. I did that. But it's a very aggressive, black sounding male name. So, what, Ice, your lady call you and say, "Yo, I'm about to get a massage. Abdul is about to do it." What do you say?
We don't know who Abdul is, Paul. You can let that know.
No, I know. It's fun.
Or I'll just make it up. Just make it up a name.
Our households are a little different.
Ooh,
That's not happening. She ain't going to the massage therapist. You want a massage?
She went there for a woman and found out it was a dude.
She'd have checked that. She'd have got a dude. I mean, she'd have got a woman. She'd have made sure. It wouldn't even, by the time it got to me.
So wait, so she still went
already
through
fixed
with the,
it.
she still went through with the massage.
Well, she went.
Ask the right questions. Like,
Oh, shit.
Let's ask some right.
Different.
So wait, so she still went
already
through with
fixed
the,
it.
she still went through with the massage.
Well, she went.
Well, she went. So she went through with the massage. Well, she went. Wait, what? Huh? What'd you ask me? Yeah, he caught.
Ask the right questions. Like, let's ask some right
It's a little
shit.
different, bro.
It was complimentary too.
Oh. Oh shit.
It was complimentary too. All the extra massaging. Nah. Where's this massage parlor at? I'm over there I'm checking in just for them suggesting the male masseuse. Where they at? Where they at? I got a conversation I need to have. I got a conversation I gotta have. Yes, I've gotten a deep tissue massage. I hate massages. Don't like muscle being squeezed. I don't like none of that shit. I used to have to do deep tissue when I was running track and playing sports. Messed up my hamstring. Used to have to do deep tissue for that shit. But as a grown man, my wife bought me a massage. I think it was called like a Ginsu massage or a Swedish massage, some crazy shit. It's like Swedish or Norwegian or some kind of crazy massage here in LA. And she ordered me the wrong massage. The massage is like for advanced people who like massages. I don't like massages. And the lady who came out, I'm not talking crap. But the lady that came out, because Asians don't be aging bad. They age very well. Looked to be 60. But you know what that means. She looked 60, probably 82. Worst experience of my life. And then me being so ego driven and so prideful. This lady was giving me a massage as if we were in battle or I was being interrogated with torment and pain. And she was trying to get answers from me. And I wasn't going to tap out. I told myself, I think she's trying to make you tap out. I think she wants you to say, ow, that hurts. Prideful, ego-driven, didn't want her to know that she was capable of hurting me. Spoiler alert, teaser, she was more than capable of hurting me. And she was the whole time. But I'm like, the whole time. To the point where she was like, are you okay? I was like, Are you sure? Like, yeah. I was like, oh, I know she want me to say it hurts. Then I look back, laying on your stomach, look back at what she was doing to my ankle. The table is like this. The ceiling's up there, like 5 feet to the ceiling, from the table to the ceiling. She's standing on the massage table, pushing the ceiling like this, like as she was standing on my ankle. She's standing on my ankle with both feet. And I'm like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? I look back. She's pushing the ceiling as she's standing on my ankle. I said, oh. She's like, you okay? I said, oh man, this bitch trying to kill me. The worst experience. Horrible experience. Didn't tap out though. Was completely destroyed. Limping. All kind of shit about there. Like, my wife was like, what's wrong with you? I said, what did you just get me? She's like, a Shih Tzu or some shit. Shih Tzu massage. I said, oh man, I can't hardly walk. Like, she done broke my ankles. And she said, what? I said, have you ever had a lady stand on the table on your ankle and push the ceiling? Like pushing her weight down? Like it wasn't enough power in her legs just pushing down on its own. She needed the assistance of the ceiling to push more weight. Needless to say, I already hated massages. After that, I despised, can't stand massages. Will never go get one ever again, ever. Ever. Hey, manifest. Hey, You might be right. Maybe she did that so I'll never want to go with her. So she can enjoy, should I say? But there's no male masseuses, only women. But what that mean? What the hell that mean? Oh, shoot. Maybe she did that so I would never go back with her. Manifest. That's the smartest thing. Now I'm about to bring that shit up. I'm on to you. I know what you did. You know what? I'm going to present it when she's not ready. I'm like, I know what you did at the massage parlor. We're going to see what her reaction is. She react like, what did I do? Like, yeah, you guilty. Nah, not that. I ain't talking about the Jamaican nigga. I'm talking about the lady you tried to have kill me. Dang, she's slick. She cold with it. But yeah, I don't like massages. I wish I like to be picked at and just stuff like popped and blackheads. I like that kind of shit. But I don't have none. I'm so smooth with it. I don't even have none. None of them back, nothing. My wife ain't got nothing to pick. I just be like, pluck the hairs on my shoulder. Do something. Pissing me off.
Let me ask you a question. What's up, man? Because
now we have this. How many of you may not know you could have been getting a massage, a Thai massage or whatever, from a Sydney Star? Could have been her. She has been charged with sexual battery against a child, aggravated child, and SODOMY. This is the lady who outed Chingy and lied on Chingy. I'm still gonna say she lied on Chingy. I got Chingy's back. She lied on him. Not lady. Oh, not lady. This is not the lady. This is the man who lied on Chingy. Ruined his career. He should have been dealt with back then. Is this Chingy's fault for not standing on business? Chingy should have took care of business. This is he. This is he. Makeup and wigs and all that stuff is the devil. It is the devil. The devil does not live here.
Telling y'all, it's always on the way, and so it warms my little heart to see y'all going in on Sydney Star's nasty for not only getting caught and catching a felony messing with a minor, but this is also for some of you that aren't old enough to know or remember that this is the same person that lied on Chingy and completely ruined his career overnight.
angry. Mad that this thing did what it did to a child. Mad at anybody who does anything to a child like that. Monster. Monster. Horrible. Hopefully they bury this person underneath the jail. Got another one for you. We're going back to the pivot. We're going back to the pivot. The absurdity of what I'm about to show y'all will be so concerning and so bothersome, you may be compelled to call in, but I'm not putting the call-in number up just yet. Just wait, just chill. Hold on. Hold on. Hold, please. This really chaps my hide.
More than all of you, guaranteed. And that's just like right now. I bench more than all of you, guaranteed. And that's just like right now. And I don't even practice bench pressing. I'll squat more than all of you. I'm faster than all of you. Like, actually.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true. We can go down in the street after this. But that's the thing. So, like, when words are...
They should have raced his ass right then and there. They should have raced him right there.
Cheap. Why, if you make all this money, do you just keep doing things and trying to pick things that's gonna get you hurt?
I mean, pain is temporary, legacy is forever. So, like,
let's go. I saw that X-ray.
Yeah.
X-rays forever too.
It's temporary though. Like, on God, honestly, it didn't even. The punch didn't even hurt.
I don't believe that, Jake.
I swear on everything, brother. Like, it didn't hurt at all.
I mean, he said, "Whoa."
I don't like that guy right there. That guy. Don't like him. The side buster. He just side busting the whole time. He said, "Whoa."
Right?
I swear on everything, brother. Like, it didn't hurt at all.
I mean, he said, "Whoa." Right?
I was just like, "Whoa," that was like a good hit. But there's been things in life that hurt a lot worse. Like when you stub your toe, bro, that shit hurts way more than getting hit by Anthony Joshua, honestly.
But you're sitting with 3 football players, right? To have the audacity to say it out loud that that's what you're going to do. 29 years old, to have not stepped on a professional football field. What makes you so confident that you can do what we were able to do for them?
He's trying to go to the NFL. Is this a joke?
Yeah, I think just God, believing in myself, and, you know, manifestation and self-belief are some of the most powerful.
Very true. In complete agreement. Very, very true. Yes. But delusional comes real close. Delusion?
Things in the world, and I have God-given talents and athleticism. When I said I was gonna box and beat all of these people and beat Ben Asker and Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, it was the same response that I'm getting now when I say I'm gonna go.
Because you didn't have the background.
Because he didn't have the background. Who is this side buster?
And
he just side busting the whole time.
Ben Asker and Nate Robinson, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva. It was the same response
side
that
bust.
I'm getting now when I say I'm going to go.
Because you didn't have the background.
Play
side busting.
It was the same response that I'm getting now when I say I'm going to go.
Because you didn't have the background.
Let me tell you, there are a few things that I don't like. There are only even fewer things that I dislike more than a side buster. What you over here side busting for? What you over here making side bets? Nigga, stop making side bets. This is a head up dice game. This is a head up fade. What you side busting for? I can't stand a side buster. Yeah. You heard him? That's what I'm saying. Right. Side busting ass. Shut up. Yeah, you ain't ready. Never be the side buster. Never be side busting the whole time. I can't stand a side buster. Like, ugh. There ain't no side bets. This is a head up. You ain't ready. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Just side busters. Side busters be hating. There's very few things I dislike more than a side buster. It's probably like only 3 or 4 things I dislike more than a side buster. And one of them is a PDF. No, you're right, Callie. But I don't
play slot receiver because there was no background. I was YouTuber this, YouTuber that. And so I'm a doer and a talker at the same time, but I always
And remember, his brother has been getting into it with Tom Brady. We'll look at that next.
back it up. I have hands, run some routes, catch some balls, block some people. It can't be that hard. Boxing is way more difficult than football.
That is
and I'm
also
only
not true.
It's 100% true.
Again,
study was released like a month ago. The
there's-
hardest sport in the world is boxing.
They took
Number 11
90
was MMA.
They took 90.
The hardest sport. It's 100%.
Can't be that hard.
Enter the side buster. I can't. I already said it. I despise a side buster. Enter the side buster.
Boxing is way more difficult than football.
That is
and I'm
also
only
not true.
It's 100% true.
Again,
study was released like a month ago. The
there's-
hardest sport in the world is boxing.
They
Number
took
11
90,
was MMA.
They took 90, professional analysts of sports and did a study on what the hardest sports in the world are, and the number one on there is boxing. And
A side buster is a thin line between a hype man. Now, if you are freestyling and you're in combat or in something and you have a hype man for your performance, if there ain't no performance going on and like, nigga, we just standing here, quit side busting. You be bagging or joking or doing something and then somebody just side busting for the lie. Yeah, he is fat. Yeah, you is ugly. That's side busting.
I'm in there by myself. You guys have 10 other players on the field to help you out. And so the mentality is different, the pressure is different, the focus is different, and the training is harder. It's a marathon and a sprint. You guys get a minute in between each play to regroup.
This
you
is
fucking
like the
kidding?
This is
You guys
like,
get
this
like
is what
you
I'm
get
saying.
this is bring out some.
This
You
is
guys
like the
can bring
Bud
out
conversation. You know, Jake, when Bud sits there and tells me that, then I'm like, yeah, but you're Bud Cross.
You see how dismissive and how he minimized NFL football? Minimize it. Yeah, man. Just get a minute in between breaks. You don't really get tired. Do not like this guy.
I get it. But to just be like, I'm going to run a couple of routes, I'm going to block some people, I'm going to catch the ball, how hard can it be?
But we talking about...
Yeah, wait, but what, is it harder than that? Like, what's the difference? Like, it's just a speed thing.
We talking about Jamar Chase and Jetta and those type guys. We're talking about the best receivers in the world that you're trying to compete with.
That's an outside receiver, like not a slot receiver, completely.
The hell does nigga against Wes Welker? We could put you up against Wes Welker. Xander run circles around this fool at 10 years old.
Different.
They play it all. You sat around and watched Wes Welker play, and you like,
Oh,
oh,
shit.
shit, I can go do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this fool is trolling for sure. For sure trolling. Okay. That makes me a little bit happier. I know for sure he's trolling now.
No, definitely. He's the perfect example.
cold.
Those are different level athletes than me. I'm talking about the white guy, Wes Welker, who's this.
Wes Welker is top tier. Oh, I thought he was joking. He's serious. He's doubling down. You mean to tell me, oh, man, do not diss the white homie like that. That's the white homie. You mean to tell me you looked at Wes Welker and what he was doing in the NFL and you compared yourself to Wes Welker? That shit is so disrespectful to Wes Welker for him to say, I looked at him. That's like the light-skinned nigga always getting picked on to fight. Who you want to fight? That motherfucker right there. The light-skinned one. That's so disrespectful to Wes Welker. Or Wayne Corbett or some shit. Yeah, because he looked like you. Like, yeah, I beat him. That's, oh man. Wes Welker is literally top tier.
Big. What's he gonna do? Bro,
you underestimate
what do you
him.
mean, bro?
And you can do that at that level.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't go do that. I think you're truly discounting how talented these people are at doing that one thing. Now,
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that it's not as hard as people are making it out to be.
That's why you are where you are.
If I go in there and I'm a bum, guess what? Who cares? Now what?
100% on Wes, for sure. But what Fred Taylor was saying is, that's why you are where you are. The belief in yourself and going after shit. I love that. Go after it. Go after it. Have belief in yourself for sure. But there you are teetering the line of delusional. But look, he's proven people wrong. He's made money. He's made controversial statements that keep the eye on him. Once he starts trying out for the NFL or going to combines or whatever, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a drink, a powder, workout shit, some kind of merch, some kind of shit that he's going to be selling. He is a marketing machine, a money-making machine. It ain't even about playing football. It's about making the money all around it. Then he's going to have a 7v7 team. Then he's going to have a flag football team. Then he's going to have his own league. I feel like I'm getting in my groove, y'all. I feel like I'm in my bag a little bit. I feel like I'm in my bag a little bit, man. Getting a little more comfortable, I got some topics, I had a few incidents where the video wasn't the right video. But shout out to me, man. Shout out to Mr. Jason Rios YouTube channel, Society of Freedom YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, like this channel, subscribe, please share. Clip something if you could clip something. Jesus, I got to clip something so I can clip something. I will be on No Jumper at 4 o'clock, the Tuesday show. The Paul brothers. Oh, that's what I said. I was going to look up Paul brother and Brady get into it. Is this WWE? Because I know this guy, this brother. I be mixing up the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan, but I know this one is a wrestling star. Like he's really good at wrestling, so this could be all WWE. Yeah, that was WWE.
Wear your merch to today's show.
Hey, Cristiano, Alberto, yes, I will. He didn't even hit him. He didn't hit him. Yeah, he didn't hit him. That's WWE. For sure, WWE. I was able to catch that, you guys. I was able to catch that. He didn't hit him. Dragon Knight. He didn't hit him. Watch. He never goes past his shoulder. See? Oh, maybe he caught that shit. Hey, maybe I'm underestimating his skills. Because they got into it on the football field when they was doing the flag football shit. This is just for a little bit of knowledge and wisdom. We gotta, we have fun, we be cool, we be laughing, joking, but then drop a little bit of seriousness. This is called, we are so fucked as a country. That's what this is called. We are so fucked.
Secretary Rubio, as a senator
already
back
know.
in 2023, referencing Hunter Biden, you said, quote, if his last name wasn't Biden, there's no way in the world that he would have made the millions of dollars he made. You also said we can't abandon common sense when someone profits from a family member in power. Is it fair to say that you agree that it's wrong for elected officials and their families to profit from positions of power?
To use government service to make money, yeah, of course.
Great. I appreciate that, and I share that sentiment with you, sir. I want to revisit some of the details that were brought up earlier and put into the record about the president's own stock transactions, a form which he filed that shows he completed more than 3,700 stock transactions in just the first 3 months of this year alone.
You heard that correctly. 3,700 stock transactions in the last 3 months, I think.
Completed more than 3,700 stock transactions, a form which he filed that shows he completed more than 3,700 stock transactions in just the first 3 months of this year alone. The president bought hundreds of thousands of dollars in Palantir stock shortly before he publicly praised the company on his social media site. As if the name drop itself wasn't enough, he included the company's ticker symbol for good measure, hardly subtle to me. On March 23rd, after nearly a month of war with Iran, the president said talks were, quote, very good and productive, and extended his deadline for a deal by 5 days. Oil prices dropped and energy stocks fell, while Trump bought shares in companies like ExxonMobil, Chevron, and other firms positioned to benefit if the war continued, which it did at the president's direction. He bought a dip that he created. Then there's NVIDIA.
That he created. He bought in the dip that he created. Then let's talk about the microchips. Let's talk about NVIDIA.
The president bought as much as $1 million in stock just 1 week before the Commerce Department formally approved the sale of NVIDIA chips to China. 1 week. He bought up to $5 million more in NVIDIA stock in February, right before the company announced a major chip deal with Meta. It's pretty good luck if you ask me. If that's not bad enough, the president's son struck a multi-billion-dollar crypto deal with a UAE state-backed firm. After the deal, the administration reversed AI chip restrictions, approving transfers of sensitive technology to another UAE-related entity, chaired by the very same royal family figure involved with the deal with his son. That seems like hardly a coincidence to me, and indeed, it is self-enrichment tied directly to the president's foreign policy agenda, and it's how the president's net worth has grown by over $4 billion since he started this term. As the president gets rich, his wars and tariffs are crushing hardworking American families, and I think the American people see through the BS. This is the most corrupt administration in American history.
The facts that he just threw out there, those are like appalling. Those are shocking. The numbers that he's throwing out there is shocking. Those are appalling. But really, what I want y'all to look at and what I want y'all to see and pay attention to is the deflective nature of these fucking pieces of shit.
So, Secretary Rubio, earlier today you said you didn't know the facts about the president's financial dealings. I'm happy to share them if you want to see it specifically, but having run through that, now that you do know, would you agree, and do you have concerns about the fact this administration is in fact profiting from their position of power?
Well, first of all, what I said is the information you guys were putting up, including on this board, first, that's not in my purview as in the Department of State, and these are things you're producing. I don't know if they're accurate or not, but let me just say this. I've been in every foreign policy and national security meeting, for the most part, this administration has had. Not once, not a single time, have I ever seen even the hint or the indication that any of the decisions being made are for the financial gain of anyone in the administration. Those are my observations. That's what I can speak to. I have not once seen a directive on our foreign policy or our national security policy that in any way indicates that it's being done to the benefit of anyone personally. That's what I've seen as a firsthand witness, and that's what I can testify to today.
With all due respect, Mr. Secretary, I may have to get you a new pair of glasses because the facts are right in front of you, and it seems like malpractice for the Secretary of State to not be able to see this president and his family enriching themselves by billions of dollars. So the only thing I can, from
no
my
one has ever said
perspective-
in a meeting, let's go do this because it's going to
Of
help me
course
make
he's
money.
not going to say that.
But not
Of
even
course
hint
he's
at
not
it.
gonna say
Not even
that.
Who admits to that in a meeting? No one's even accusing him of saying shit like that in the meeting.
hint at it, not even, on the
don't
contrary.
have to hint at it. The facts speak for themselves, sir. They're in the record. They're in the forms the president put forward himself. It's in the billions of dollars he has put in his pocket. It is the timing of the deals and the announcements. And the only thing I can see is, my question to you as I conclude my time, Mr. Secretary, is what's changed in your perspective? Is it the party affiliation of the president or is it your own political ambitions?
Good question. Let's see if we get a straight answer.
I told you at the outset, people don't make, and I've seen the president say this, people should not be making money off of their governments.
What about privy information? What about being privy to information and making coincidental investments?
Service. He said that repeatedly. I've heard him say that, but not once. I want to reiterate this. There has not been a single decision that's been made that I have witnessed or been a part of that in any way indicate to me or to any reasonable mind that this was linked to some financial agreement or arrangement.
I think the facts clearly are differently, and I hope you take a look at them. And with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Just a tad bit concerning. Just a little bit of information for you guys. I just wanted you guys to have that 3,700 investments in 3 months number, billions to his son, Kushner, causing the dips and purchasing the dips with Palantir and NVIDIA and these things. Very disturbing. Well, let's see what our guy Jalen has to say about Stephen A's grifting, pivoting ass.
New York said all employers or whatever had to. Therefore, he wasn't able to play basketball for a large amount of that season, which affected like millions of dollars. He lost sponsorships. He lost his Nike endorsement. And then forget the money, like the people who like said all these things about Kyrie and his character and, even probably people close to him. I couldn't even imagine about how that experience probably went because all of the stuff that was, obviously there's, things that happened medically that, affected the United States, but also was some misinformation that was going on. And then during the trial, Dr. Fauci pleaded the fifth on everything. So it just leaves speculation.
Don't forget about the diary.
How we evaluate it.
Don't forget about the diary.
What was real and what wasn't. But for Stephen A to respond and actually apologize to someone who his career changed, his pockets changed, people defaced his character, even though, obviously.
Oh, that's how Flacco wants his beard. He don't want it down. He wanted it up here like Jalen Brown. That's what he was talking about. I was like, what is he talking about? He wanted it all the way up here.
This is going around, like giving the apology. I know maybe some of you have seen it, But imagine going through that and imagine losing 100.
I was literally just about to say, MAGA up. How? Their grandmaster, people won't, never mind, let's just go.
Millions of dollars for what you believe in. Imagine losing endorsements. Nike dropped them. You know, that's when I responded, like, since when did Nike care about ethics, right? Imagine these companies and these things that just completely, you know, blackballed or, you know, dropped Kyrie. The Nets made him, they gave a list of demands for him based upon, it was just, you know, I thought this was, for Stephen A to even say that and issue an apology, I will give him some credit for that, but he was one of the people, if not one of the main proprietors that was saying these things. But the apology is never as loud as the vindication. So I just wanted to give, you know, to react to this. Obviously, I know that was a long time ago, but that was a very, very important and controversial time in the U.S.
Kill him. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm a little lost. Maybe I didn't see your previous message. I'm not sure what you're talking about that I do on Punch Show.
The vaccination stuff, it was stuff that other athletes and other people had to go through as well. And so many people behind closed doors, you know, because of like work mandates and things like that, that didn't want to do it or didn't feel like they had to. And there's some people that did it willingly so. I'm not giving you what was the right or wrong here, but just somebody for making up. I'm just pointing out for someone that made a decision for themselves as a human being, for them to be, you know, for them to face those level of consequences, I felt were severe. And he lost money, endorsements for something he should have. It's in his rights to be able to make those decisions on behalf on his own decision and his own medical. But at that time, it was a violation of that. So shout out to Kyrie Irving, sending love.
Hold on, Callie. Hold your horses. How do we know Jalen ain't locked in? How do you know Jalen ain't locked in? How do you know? Because he's doing a stream? Don't play with Jalen. Don't play with Jalen. How you know he not? I'm gonna show you one of my favorite videos. This is just, I'm gonna let y'all in on something. This is because I care about y'all. This is only because I care about y'all. I'm gonna let y'all in on one of my favorite videos of all time. Like this. They went from battle dancing to catastrophe. But you can't do this.
You ain't shit to me.
To shit to me.
And you gonna stop falling back when you leave. Because that move getting old, man.
That move getting old. That is what sealed the deal. That move is getting old. that sealed the deal. It set him off. That move getting old. You always doing that shit. Then he attempted to do some shit he ain't did in a long time, probably, or ever.
Because that move getting old, man. You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
Because you can't do this on concrete. Should have woke him up before he did it. When he said on concrete, should have been like, you know, now that I think about it, I shouldn't be doing this because you can't do this on concrete.
Because that move getting old, man. You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
Anytime you hear a brother say, oh shit, and drop his food and run off is one of the most amazing, our most scary, our most entertaining situations of life. And if you didn't see what it was, you missed out. The drop of the food and the run away from the food. Look at my brother in the background.
You can't do it. Or you can't do this on concrete.
Oh my God, you try to run away from the situation. Drop the food and go.
Concrete.
Not check up on him after he just hit his head on some solid concrete. He said, I'm getting out of here. That shit is so funny.
On concrete.
How a battle dance session turned into that, man? How did that happen? That shit is so funny. Okay, man. But shoot, we out of here, man. We had a good session today. Trying to get in here every day with y'all in the morning and get in here a little bit earlier next time. But shout out to y'all, man. Blessings to everybody. All love all the time. Let me read these super chats. Los DLT, you muted. Thank you. Cristiano Carranzo, don't even show up to no jumper. You're fired, cuz. Laughing out loud. Just kidding. Los DLT, what's funny? They was laughing at this fool. Yeah, they was laughing. I don't think it was funny laughing at Ryan Clark for crying. It's just 909 Dino. Shady be having the most biased takes on sports. He is very emotional and too caught up on trying to say what is cool instead of what is right. Shout out to you. Los DL, thank you for my super chats, man. I appreciate y'all for the super chats. Los DLT, wear your merch today to today's show. Straight up. I am. El Rios out. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Burnt Out. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I appreciate you guys. We're going to lock in. Remember, Discord, send videos that you want me to react to, topics you want me to discuss. Do it every day. If you guys don't have the Discord, it's Mr. Jason Rios. Let me just drop it in here real quick because I need y'all to drop videos and things to react to in there. That is the Discord. Please let me know if it's working or not. But send your video, send topics, get in the chat. Maybe I'll open up the stage tomorrow or whatnot, see if I figure that out. But it's all love all the time, man. Blessings to everybody. Go out there, be a blessing for somebody else. It's all love all the time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see some of y'all tonight or today on No Jumper at 4 o'clock, going live. Shout out to all y'all, man. Please send videos, send stuff for me to react to. I might be able to get back up in here tonight. Who knows? Who knows? But shout out to y'all, man. Both. I have a section for short videos and I have a section for longer videos. I think. Submit reaction videos. So we got reactions, short clips, submit reaction videos, reactions, and short clips. So you could put short clips in there. I might do like a genre of like funny things, serious, injuries, whatever. I don't know. But shout out to y'all, man. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Blessings to everybody, man. Peace out.